Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, man? Hit that like button on the way in. I ain't gonna be too long tonight, man. I just decided that I had to keep the ball going. I was gonna relax for the night, but I must let the show continue and go on. So, I just want to kick it with y'all for a minute. Just talk about a few things that I was thinking about. Because I end up, scrolling down, then I seen some stuff. They say they say when you copy somebody, right, that's the form of flattering. But the thing is, when folks don't rock with, they say they claim that they don't rock with you, but then somehow you always send your material, right? The stuff that you just said, folks end up going around pretending as if they are the ones who came up with it and they got a bigger audience and all this stuff, right? And I'm not talking about my dog Clayton. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about some other folks, right? Where I see my material and it's like bro, I reached out to you and then all of a sudden, you just too busy, but somehow this person is just always taking what we say. I'm talking about talking points and everything. And the reason why I'm saying that is because that's always a thing. We started this program, right? We started this thing called Shoot for the Loot. Ball is life. Now all of a sudden, they're doing the same exact thing that we did, right? When I'm doing the show, you got folks who don't even try to be clever with they just go around taking other people's stuff, and it's just a lot of undercover watchers, and I don't mind, bro, but it's like you don't act like you don't rock with somebody, bro. If you don't like somebody, bro, just say that you don't like them, but don't go there, don't go around taking their material. And a lot of stuff, a lot of times, people don't really pay attention, but just pay attention to some of the talking points that I make, and then you will hear them amongst other people. And it's no problem, but the difference is I'm genuine with what I do. I'm not just going around taking nobody else's material. And anytime that I say something to somebody, it's always credit given. I'm gonna always give somebody credit if I, like, for instance, like if I say something that Coach Mark would say, right, where he say hold dice, like Coach Mark would say hold dice. I don't plagiarize. I'm not taking nobody else's material. I'm not gonna do that. I think that's lame as hell. You know what I'm saying? Somebody work as hard as they do to come up with stuff to, try to entertain their audience and they folks, and then you got somebody else that come in. You know what I don't like? What copycatters? Cause you won. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, y'all gotta. That's why it's important for people when they say protect your intellectual property. This is what they mean, because they got a lot of people out there that will really steal your material and sleep well doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got original bone in their body. But I'm an originator. That's all I do, bro. I don't feel right being like somebody or trying to take somebody else's material. I don't feel right doing it, because if I do that, it's not gonna come off as authentic. And a lot of times I think y'all listen to the message and who said, but y'all don't really pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't pay attention. But it is what it is. Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing? Let me know too if y'all think I should open up the phone lines. I went later because Fanatic said that he got a referee a game. So somebody mad as hell right now because Fanatic don't know how to ref. The man done cheated some damn body. They done said something to him and he done cheated the team, especially if he liked them. So I'm expecting to hear a bunch of complaints about the officiating. It's for basketball though. It's for basketball. So he should be here. I know he's gonna be a little late, but it is what it is. You feel me? I'm gonna hold it down up until then. Like I say, I don't expect to be on here too late. But I want to talk about just briefly the Relentless and the OG Ducks. I just want y'all to know on our next ranking, Relentless will not be ranked. OG Ducks might take a hit. Well, it ain't. I can't say it's Coach Walker's fault because he's still saying that he willing to play the game, and then some of the other folks are saying that they unwilling to play a game. But if it's a parent that said that, then disregard what I say. But it's a shame and a crime and for California, right? For these two teams to not play, to be as good as they are, right? To have a lot of parity and to put their kids in a space to where they have an opportunity to be known amongst the national stage. Now, the GMU, the Gorilla Mob helped them get on, far as a little bit of you know, I guess recognition, right? But if they really want to get on, they should play that home game. OG Ducks versus Relentless. I think California took a black eye. I understand all that stuff that happened, bro. You can hire the police, somebody or whatever, man. That game should have been played. I'm not accepting excuses from neither side because y'all basically took a step backwards by not playing that game. Now we got to speculate on who was the better team because folks don't want to, decide to come together to make it happen for the sake of the kids. And when I heard that the kids wanted to play that game, that pissed me off because now the game is not being played because adults are pretty much interfering with that. So I hope Relentless and I hope um, OG Ducks 10U is able to get it together because that's a game that should have been played. Relentless is a ranked team. OG Ducks is a ranked team. There's no way that they should have been playing around each other. It's been a situation that went on throughout the whole entire season. So I just couldn't let them slide while grilling everybody else, telling them that, oh, y'all need to play games. I can't do that, right? I cannot do that. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be right. So I'm gonna just say, if this game not played this year, y'all put a stain on California. A lot of them folks asking why y'all ain't played the game. I have no answer. In fact, I'm not gonna even try to create one. So Coach Devon and the staff for Relentless, I understand that y'all express that y'all don't rock with each other, but that doesn't matter to me because at the end of the day, the center of attention needs to be the kids, and they want to play versus each other. My young boy Vico wants to play. My young boy Ashton wants to play. So therefore, the game should be played. I don't believe that anybody will get hurt. I do not believe that. I believe that um there's somebody that's interfering that don't want to see the game, that's scared and don't want to lose versus each other. So that's what I believe is going on in this case. You feel what I'm saying? So man, y'all need to get that together. Y'all definitely need to get that together. All right. So my next topic, and I want to talk about briefly as well. So remember we talked about the AYU, right? Central DeKalb won it, right? They beat stepped on. And the whole thing is this. The whole thing is um the question was asked, did because they said CDJ got Red kicked out of the league, right? I didn't get any clarity on that. But later on they said that the AYU basically kicked them out. They didn't want them in there, right? And I'm seeing this all over the league. I'm saying So Icy got kicked out. I'm saying So Icy, who won it 2 years in a row, they got kicked out the league. And then MLK, right, end up winning a team, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The guy who raised the the fact that they supposed to have that So Icy supposed to have played with a illegal player, his team ended up winning. So basically, he won second place because if you ask me, bro, you're not a true champion. You're not a true champion. In fact, you affected kids to try to cheat the process. So I'm not acknowledging that championship or whatever. However, um, you had that team. Then you got a team that I believe that's out of Memphis. They called me telling me that they got kicked out of a league, right? And I just seen that from a lot of places where teams that are good, remotely good, who have been winning championships in certain leagues have been getting kicked out their league, right? Now I get it when you're talking about a national team. He said that was the city of Atlanta. I'm just saying, bro. If it was the coach, if it's city of Atlanta, my apologies. But if it was the coach that got them to, got them kicked out for the sake of trying to win, I don't respect that. I don't respect it. So my apologies if I'm off on that. But that was the information that I gathered watching the live and being on the live or whatever. So shout out to them, if they won it under fair grounds, or whatever. But AYU, I think that AYU is a really good league, right? But I must say that, sometimes, man, I think that we need to go about things the right way. So instead of kicking the team out of a league, you can give them a year notice. See, a lot of times, bro, I understand that these folks are national, right? But I think that if you kick a team out, you should have another league for them to go to. That's what I personally believe. But then at the same time, I believe if you're a national team, you shouldn't be trying to play in leagues. I believe that. You know, unless you're playing up. Maybe two slots. Because sometimes they still be better than um they still be better than the teams that are in the league that's an age above them because the league is not as good, right? So playing up two ages might be the thing that you might have to do because that's the only way you're gonna get some real work. You got a lot of teams out here losing because they're not playing versus the top elite teams. They're playing versus teams. Yes, they're getting a lot of wins, but are they credible wins? Are they actually helping you? And I think a team like Supreme end up experiencing that because they were playing what was it, the I forgot, the Gators or something like that. Like, bro, that team, is not going to help at all. It's not going to prepare you for any type of big game that you go into, and then they end up losing. What game did they lose? They lost versus what's the team? BCU, right? That was the first. I mean, I want to say one of a few. They played versus Rosedale. That was a big tester as well. But I think in order for them to stay sharp, you got to play really good competition. And I think some of these teams that they play is just not helping out. So, far as with teams kicking leagues kicking national teams out, some of these teams are not national, like the So Icy. What was it? AU, 7U? I mean, AU or 9U, one of them. They're not they're not a national team. They're just a team that happen to be good for that league. So if they're not gearing towards being a national team, then I don't think they should be kicked out. In fact, I was told that Coach New had players out of state. So he was looking to be national. So if you kick out, if AYU kicked out the rare breed, they should have kicked out also stepped on because they also have players from other states who were supposed to be good enough to take them, to a national stage, right? But it just didn't happen because they lost to what's that team? What's that team? They lost to Frankfurt Chargers. So they somebody that pretty much went under the radar, and that's why I'm saying when it comes to the stuff that Drico in the in state, like, to be honest, like, they should be in platinum. Why? Because they pretty much geared themselves towards being considered a national team. They just didn't win it. They undersold. You know what I'm saying? They I guess they underperform. So when you underperform, that's nobody else's fault. You still considered yourself a national team. So you gotta play the game. You gotta be I want to say under the same guidelines as a rare breed 9U. So, you can't be cheating these kids, man. A lot of these folks also don't want these teams, don't want teams like Rare Breed in the league because a lot of teams are leaving. And what do they want? They want that registration. So next year, I don't want to hear nothing from these top tier teams about being in the league or playing. Y'all need to create a nationals to where y'all can play versus each other. So all of the teams that understand that they're good enough to compete nationally, y'all need to be in the league. So therefore, every game that y'all play is damn near a good one. And not just that, you still get national recognition, and you got competition. Your kids will get better. So it's a method to the madness. But you got a lot of coaches that just want to beat up on kids and then kind of beat their chest. Bro, we know you was gonna beat that team by 105. We knew that. You just wanted to, just beat your chest, and then when it come time to play towards, uh, come time to play some of these other top teams, then it ain't so much. It's like we putting too many barriers in front of not playing these games. See, so I can see if folks was playing national, right? A lot of national games, and then going to the league and staying, I guess, staying tuned up, right? But a lot of these folks, they just beat up on the lesser teams, and then they make all these type of stipulations for teams to play versus other top elite teams. Oh, it's damn near pulling dreads or whatever, trying to get these folks to play versus each other. So my thing is this. I mentioned it earlier that we should state whether a team is trying to go national or trying to play local, or just trying to play some national teams but still want to be considered local. They're not trying to go to any national leagues or anything like that, because not everybody gonna be geared to travel. I just think that if you consider the travel team, there needs to be certain guidelines in under that part, that umbrella. That's where we're pretty much messing up, right? We saying, oh, we want to be national, but hey, everybody got to come to me. Oh, I ain't gonna travel. I'm not gonna play this team unless they come to me. And it's like, bro, under stipulations of national or to be considered a national team, you should be willing to go and play a ranked team at their hometown, right? At least two games. You travel and go play somebody, right? Not everybody coming to you, because if you're playing every home game at home, then you're not considered a national team, in my personal opinion. Now, if you're number one, you can call shots. You can call those shots, but not everybody is number one. Somebody will be like a number four, and then tell a team, "Oh, y'all got to come to me." Like, bro, you ain't went to nobody. So when are you going to decide that you want to get off your butt and go play somebody else in a hostile environment and get these kids the experience and the opportunity to play versus each other. That's what needs to be done. And we not doing that. You feel what I'm saying? So I just think that, when it comes to this youth football, I believe that people want to be national, right? They want to be national while doing local stuff. And that's not how it works. Now, if you're one of those teams that just so happen to be good, I understand that. But when you're getting all of everybody's best players, bro, it ain't no going back to go play them. So when they saying that some of these teams can't play in state, I get it to a fault, but at the same time, I don't. At the same time, I don't, because if they're going to compete for a national, you don't feel like you good enough, you shouldn't compete. If you don't feel like you can create the upset, you should not compete. And I was talking to somebody about the Georgia Eagles, right? They were talking about how some of these teams that they've always wanted to play is in state, and they won't get the opportunity to play because this is for Georgia Eagles. They won't get the opportunity to play because they are basically put in the platinum bracket, which means that they're not going to be able to play versus the Carrolltons, the Graysons, or whatever other teams, right? And they've always wanted to play versus these teams. So is that fair to a team that that's been planned up all year, right? Because they understand that the league wasn't that good. But then when you get to a state and they're supposed to be the best of the best, why should that team get punished? Why would they get kicked out of a league? At that time, national, you know what I'm saying, or them being a good team should be out the window, because when you look at North Clayton has always been good. When you look at the Graces, always been good. When you look at the Carrolltons, they have been good. So for them to have wanting to play these teams all year and don't get the chance to play, or they only probably play one or two games, which is probably versus the 404, because I don't see nobody else really stepping up unless they are forced to. So they don't get the opportunity to play because, you know, um, you know, because everybody else are too afraid. I just think that these event throwers need to take back hold of what's going on. And these coaches that don't want to stay the course or play certain teams and all that, then they just need to be ousted, because you got too many coaches that just want the easiest route. They don't want to fight for nothing. They don't want to play versus teams that they feel like, listen, man, I gotta have an A game. They don't want to. They want to be able to play versus teams where they can have a C or B game and still win the game. No. If you feel like as a coach you're good enough, put yourself in position to play some of these top teams and then live with the results. That's why, like, people that was in the back in, that was playing back in the days, they had a lot of Cinderella stories because they wasn't supposed to win, but they beat the odds. In today's time, people would never beat the odds because they're too afraid to even try. See, it's already a foregone conclusion. That's why I respect teams that's willing to challenge a team like a Voodoo, or a team like the Georgia Eagles, or a team like Supreme, or like, I respect that, because to beat them is the unthinkable, right? But then you got folks that come out here and they believe in their kids, and then they get the job done sometimes. But you would never know unless you try. And folks are unwilling to try. So therefore, we are in a state of, like, I want to say, a collapse. Our teams got to get back to organization type play because independent, they're selectively playing certain teams, right? They don't really want to. They don't really want to travel, in which I don't understand why you go to independent if you never expect to travel. Why go independent? That's the one question that I need an answer to. Because if you never plan on going independent, why would you like? I mean, if you never expect to travel, why would you ever go independent? A lot of folks don't plan on doing that. They're going independent just to tell people, oh yeah, come to me. Bro, what's the point of going independent? If you're not gonna do it like Coach TJ, or if you're not gonna do it like, last year like Voodoo, if you ain't gonna do it like I want to say Brick City, if you're not gonna do it like these folks, then why? I mean, they not going to the Voodoo game, but they travel to other places. But why? Why go independent if you're unwilling to do that? So we're in a situation where, like I say, coaches try to be like other coaches, do what other coaches do, but they don't have the know-it-all of how to do it. They just want to, this coach going independent. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go independent. But yeah, this coach is traveling. This coach is playing top games. This coach is not running. You're not traveling. You're not playing tough games, and you're running. So it's a difference in that. You feel what I'm saying? So these folks, bro, don't know what they doing, man. That's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm thinking about putting a PowerPoint together for some of these coaches. Some of them ain't gonna come or show up. It is what it is. For the ones who do and will, those are going to be the ones who's able to get ahead. As far as with how this stuff goes, because you can build a rapport with these airlines, right? Especially in December, these airlines, these hotels, right? You can do like maybe Adidas deal, Under Armour, reach out to them folks where they send apparel. Like, bro, it's so much stuff that can be done. It's so much stuff that can be done. And that's why I was saying, if you looking at today's time, right? Everything is geared towards people having their own businesses anyway. So learning that type of stuff is going to be beneficial to y'all, right? You don't have to do independent, but you once you understand the business, then you can do and be independent because you know how everything works. A lot of folks are looking to be independent teams, but they don't know how nothing works. They don't know what business is. They don't have the proper documentation to write off the expenses so they can get their money back. They don't do that. So knowledge, understanding. Y'all see, all of these jobs are being taken. So many people are losing their jobs because of the replacement of this AI stuff. And so it's now more than ever is important for you guys to learn how to do business, as I've been telling y'all. I've been saying this for a very long time. Y'all got to learn business. And y'all see, it's people that's losing jobs and they telling y'all, oh, 600,000, it 600,000 jobs is being taken by Amazon. This job need to be replaced. Walmart just said that Walmart is the biggest employer, right, in the world. And they just said they don't see in the future no position that won't be taken by AI. So getting your own business, right? Learning that stuff, it applies not only to football, but it applies to life. And that's what the stuff I've been trying to tell y'all. That's why I've been trying to, get people to do business, to market your kid, do this, right? Because the future is basically heading towards people who already have. So, meaning, yes, there will still be football around. Yes, there will still be kids playing it, right? No, they won't just be throwing you money just because you're good. They'll be throwing you money because your business is right, you're established, you got followers that can make money. I mean that's willing to, that you could sell a product to, that can make a company money, right? You're gonna have to have some level of influence. And so people that's just focused on football, right? You are losing. You are losing because they're looking for more than that. They want to see your analytics. They want to see when you're saying do something, are the people that following you doing it. That's what they want to know. You notice that this has started everywhere. If you love music, right? And I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna talk a little bit about the music industry. Remember, in the music industry, all you had to do is have talent, right? All you had to do was have talent. And with that talent, they'll sign you, right? But in today's time, talent ain't enough. You have to be an established artist and you have to have your ass cap. You have to basically have your fan base, and then they will sign you. Football is about to be the same way. It's about to be the same way. You having, you're being talented and good enough or hella good, it won't be enough. They're going to be looking for people that can bring people to the stadium to make people want to see them, that they and also that they can sell products to. If you don't have that, then you ain't gonna have much. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have much. So, I ain't gonna get too much in it, but like I just be trying to, like, sometimes I say stuff and then people don't get it, and then things like this happen, right? Like where people lose their job, and I've been telling y'all the whole time to, make sure that y'all develop y'all kids, make sure that y'all got their IG going, make sure they got all their social media handles, make sure that the name is trademark and all this other stuff. I've been telling y'all this because this is the way, right? This is where people is heading. This is the direction where you have to basically put in the grind yourself, and then they just gonna want to come and say, you know what? I think you're doing an amazing job. I want to give you $3 million, to put towards your brand, and I want to sign you, right? NILs or whatever. But it's going to be because they've been paying attention to your analytics. In the beginning, they just focus on, okay, this person is doing this, right? That person is doing that. All right, cool. I'll throw some money to them. I'll throw some money to them. But when they not getting their money in return, now it's, what is this person doing? How would he help me make money? And that's what it is, bro. You're gonna have to pretty much sell yourself. So, I just be trying to give a little bit of information, man, and hope that people take it or whatever. But I do got a question. I'm hearing that Voodoo is supposed to be doing YNC and C1N. Is that true? I know I had Coach Devon on here earlier, but sometimes he be playing, man. So I don't know if it's accurate. If Voodoo is doing both, I would like to know that. Do anybody have you know, the latest update on that? Because if so, that means that we should be getting the game that we all been clamoring for, which is them versus the Brick City. And that's the game that I would love to see. And I'll be happy to see because, I don't want to speculate. I go every season. Y'all just heard me talk about Relentless, and y'all heard me talk about the OG Ducks. Every season, there's there's about 10 games that should have been played that never got played. And then in the process, folks got mad at me for trying to get the games to be played and made. And then what do they say? Oh, the game gonna be played. And guess what? The game never happens. It never happens. So, I'm just trying to see, man. Like, is this a game that I can look forward to watching? Because I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm going to the YNC. I'm going to AYF. That would be a game that I make sure that I'm at if they end up playing. I'm gonna go because that's it. That's the game that I've been clamoring for. I've been wanting to see those two linemen, offensive linemen and defensive linemen collide. I want to see who comes out. What's the outcome gonna be? Who come out in that head-to-head matchup? So that's the game that I want to see. If Voodoo's supposed to be playing that game, you know, um, I'll be happy. But then that also speaks to what everybody else been saying, right? It makes them a liar because they've been saying what? Voodoo running. Voodoo ain't trying to play. Voodoo ain't this, right? Voodoo ain't that. Oh, you just voodoo, voodoo, voodoo. Nah, bro. It showed that they've been the one that wanted to play this whole time, bro. And then, um, folks just didn't want to play. They just didn't want to go there. So, hopefully this is a thing because it'll be a sad reality, man, to speculate into and next year you won't get to see the game. You won't get to see a Voodoo versus a Brick City and or any of that because Coach Batman said what? He said that this is his last year. This is the last year that he's going to work with these group of kids, and so I don't know what he's going to do after that. But I'll say we got to get these games. We got to get these games made and played. Although it's not a guarantee because they they got other teams in the bracket, so they still have to win. And who knows? Sawboys might knock Brick City off. They might knock Brick City off. So who knows, bro? And also, if there's any coaches, I see my guy Kevin Brewster. He's doing part of the GIC, right? He need coaches out of the Midwest. If you got any coaches that want to coach in the All-Star game, make sure y'all tap in with me. Or matter of fact, make sure y'all tap in with Kevin Brewster, right? They got some slots open for coaches. In addition, me and Fanatic is doing we getting a team together to do a GI to participate in the GIC because they got an all-star team who's been winning, right? And I want to put together a team where we knock all that off. So Mason, Kazi, Dakota, um, Cheetah, all y'all, I'm gonna be looking forward to having y'all on our playing on our all-star team because look, we got some folks to knock off. All right. So we doing from I know 7U up to 13U. So we're gonna be, looking for the best players, and we might do another draft. We might do another draft for these kids. But for the folks who want more exposure, who want their kid, you gotta earn it though. It's not given. Nothing is given, right? And there is obviously a fee for the uniforms and all that stuff, but hey man, it's going to be a really good experience. Anything y'all know that I'm attaching my name to, right? It got to fly right. It got to be straight because a lot of people be paying for they all to get on their all-star team. This one, you just gotta pretty much work your way or earn a spot onto the all-star event or to be able eligible to play in the all-star event. You feel what I'm saying? It's nothing given, right? He says National All-Star game will be fun. Oh, for sure. So this is something that we're doing, but this happening after the season. So starting January, we're gonna have our first tryouts, right? And me and Fanatic will be the ones. And then we got K Motion. We'll be doing the ones. doing the what is it? The GIC South. We'll be the GIC South team. So remember, I've been telling y'all about our all-star team, how I feel like we'll beat anybody for the teams that I assemble. Now it's actually a thing this year. So instead of us just putting together our all-star draft pick, we actually gonna be looking to have these players on our team to compete, right, against other all-star teams, but y'all be representing the all-star South. So if this something that y'all interested in, let me know. Pop Brown, I definitely expect to have Sweet Feet on there. So man, let me know, because we have other players from different regions, but the difference is y'all will be getting the experience of a lifetime. Y'all know anytime I attach my name to anything, it got to fly right. So let me know if there's something y'all interested in, because y'all always come, man, why my person didn't get recognized, or why this and why that. Listen, this is the time. So when y'all see the exposure that these kids are able to get, from participating in this all-star, don't say I didn't tell you. He said you better not get our kids and lose. Man, you crazy. I don't lose. You see it. Ask. Look. In fact, coach, if you wanna be a part of it, you can do it too. You can assure it be the DC. Okay? We'll make sure. Then we won't have nothing to worry about. He says, first time ever hearing about GIC. He says, how much y'all charging to be an all-star? Well, that's the thing. They are charging. I'll give that, right? Some of them are not being charged. Some of them are good enough to not charge or whatever. The thing is, right? I guess the difference is most people had to pay, right? They basically just pay to be on the All Star, right? But they don't earn it. This one, not, bro. I'm looking to create an experience, bro. I'm not looking to, y'all know, bro. I'm not looking to try to break nobody pockets or nothing like that. I literally just want to be able to, because it's not my event, but this is something that I want to partake in, right? I want to create an opportunity and an experience for the kids, and this is something that I am part of. I'm not getting nothing. So I can tell y'all that. He says, I ain't seen you coach yet. Listen, like I say, man, if you feel too, like, if you don't feel comfortable enough, man, just come on board, bro. That's it. Just come on board. But but yeah, man, I gotta get the details, bro. Cause I wasn't even gonna talk about that. But I seen Kevin in here, so I decided to, bring it up because he needs some coaches out of the Midwest, to partake in what they're doing. Jatrice says, out of all All-Star events we have done, I must say the GIC event was the best. Shout out to Jatrice. Shout out to shout out to Jatrice, because she's being honest. She says very well put together and organized. And that's what I'm glad. Cause I don't know, man. That's why sometimes I don't like reading. He says, first time ever hearing, he says, how much you charging to be an all-star? I don't know, bro. That feel like some sarcasm undertone. My thing is this, bro. I'm looking to create an experience, bro. I'm not looking to whoop no parents and none of that, bro. I'm literally trying, like, because it started with me telling him that, bro, I can put together a team that'll beat their all-star. That's how it started. So mine came from me just feeling like I can beat these folks. What'd he say? No, 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 no. He said pay for tryouts too. No. Oh, he said I'm gonna have to be there to make sure. He said y'all ain't teaching my boys some stuff. I gotta tell them to forget. Man, come on, bro. You hear us on here. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all folks was nervous. Like, man, y'all out here telling them how to beat us. And guess what? The game plan that I had, he says, man, what's the ticket for? It says golden ticket. That's for um, for a player to compete and possibly, like a free ride. So that's what that is, bro. At least for us. Other people got their own they got their own, like, I guess, all-star team. So, like, as I explained, I'm looking to do something different, right? I'm looking to do something different, which is get these kids experience. Everything that I do, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking to give kids an experience. What he say? He says that GIC is what put EP Calvary together last year. So it has its perks. He says, man, what's the ticket? Oh, okay, I read that one already. He says they teamed up, won it all, 11U for sure. He said, "I'm a late, but what's to talk about right now, bro? I was just talking about the GIC event. I'm gonna have the guy on next week or whatever. But man, when you see an opportunity, bro, to probably help these kids, because to be honest, like right now, I'm just like I probably figure out a way we could do some grants or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just looking to like bust nobody over the head, bro. So PA, watch out. I know you don't like all-star games, but these kids like it. So I'm not about to be more focused on what adults want, right? Over what the kids want. Although the adults are the one who pay, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The way I'm trying to put it together is I want it to be like, okay, it's an experience that you want. So right now, I'm looking to get the best teams, but it's gonna all this is gonna be put together, after the season for YNC because I understand that coaches are literally trying to focus on their team. So I ain't been bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I just been trying to, as y'all see, I work with Generation X. Then I'm seeing other opportunities, right? It's just because that I'm looking for things to where I can enhance the youth football. So if this is something that may enhance the experience or whatever, or help enhance youth football in some type of ways to have kids look forward to doing, then I'm gonna at least try it, bro. Because if it don't work out the way that I intended for it, guess what? I'm not gonna do it again. That's just me. But I've had parents who said that they had a really good time. They had a few, that said that they didn't get what they want or the experience that they wanted. But that's everything. When the majority says that they've had a great time, then that's what you do. You go with the majority. I'm not about to let a few bad apples spoil the brunch. I'm going to try it for myself and see. I don't want to miss out on opportunities that's there that can help, make this stuff even more fun. So coach said it had some shaky stuff. He says about it. He says a little, but it was good all-star. He says could have been better. So I'm gonna definitely, try. He says charge to try out and to make the team. Uh he says charge. They charge. Nah, see that's what I'm not gonna do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna try. I'm not like to be honest, bro. I'm not with certain things, and that's just me. I'm gonna be honest with you. He says Pittsburgh love that all-star ish. He says they're gonna kick y'all, but man, listen, bro. That's why, like I said, that's why I started it. Cause I feel like I can create me and Fanatic feel like we can create the all-star of all-stars. So to y'all all-stars, we would actually be all-star to your all-star. So you know what I'm saying? That's what we're looking to do, is show y'all that y'all can't compete with whatever we put together. He said, is the beginning of possibly getting a national championship. for y'all. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta get out there. He says, just asking, what is the cost to be an all-star? Says 350. Man, to be honest, PA, I had all that information, but like I say, bro, I just want to try for this year, and at least say I tried. Uh, a niece said she think we can do it. And then the other thing too is, folks asking us to do nationals, folks asking us to do this. Bro, this got to be the first thing that we do to get our feet wet to see, bro, like who really rocking with us. Now, I know that we like I don't think we're gonna do a national, but I can throw some really good events, right? I can throw some events, but this is a start where we able to get folks out there. Then I have my guy Amp Quality will be there. He would be on the list. I reach out to my dog Alert, right? So media presence would definitely be there for the kids. And y'all already know I got the platform to help enhance the kids, at least on our side, which will be the South. So I'm just saying, bro, why not? You can try it once. I would rather try it once, right, and get in and see what it's like and get the experience than to not try it at all and to speculate about what it is or what it's not. So that's what it is. He said if you can get them sponsored, like you tell us to do, he says that could be big. I mean, the thing is, when I say well, like far as with the sponsor, the thing about it is he has to be the one to get the sponsor because it's his thing. So like I can't get a proposal to say, hey, I need a proposal to get these kids at this person's event. Like, I'm not gonna, nah. But some people would definitely be taken care of. He says, where it's gonna be this year. At this year, I believe that it's gonna be at, if I'm not mistaken, either I think Myrtle Beach. And then the other thing is the they have a hotel where the people are going to be at with um pool and all that stuff, indoor pool and all that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But I'm just putting it out there right now. Y'all already know, bro. This is no trying to force nobody to do nothing. This is something that I thought about, and I just wanted, like I say, I just want to partake in it, just to put something together, because they said that this team has won every year, and I got to knock that off. So that's why I want to do it. He says selling us a product but leaving out the most important part. Hey, bro. See, hey, bro. Hey, see, hey, bro, that's when we gonna have a problem, PA. Bro, don't put me in that category, bro. Cause first of all, I'm not leaving out nothing, bro. I said that it will be a fee and all that stuff, bro. I ain't leaving out nothing, bro. Cause then when you say stuff like that, you're making it seem like I'm hiding something, bro. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm telling you that I'm looking to do this, and I have, I'm looking for the experience to see what I can make out of it. Because if it was up to me, I won't, like, I'll probably, if I had to charge anything, it'll be, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a low price. But if it's something that people want to partake in, then I'm gonna say what I say, bro. But that comment just made it like, oh, bro, you trying to hide something? Like, come on, bro, don't play with me like that, bro. Like I accept everything, but when it comes to like, oh, like some, oh, leaving out the important part, bro. Like, I ain't leaving out nothing. I'm saying what I know. He says do a matchmaker spring summer event. Come on, bro. Like certain things you got to know ain't cool, bro. He said I wish the best stuff get to cooking. All I'm trying to do, bro. If you don't like them, we say PA on bull stuff tonight, bro. Nah, that type of stuff, certain jackets, bro. You just don't insinuate certain stuff, bro. He says we'll charge at the gate. Will you charge at the gate? Man, I have all that information. When coach come on, bro, we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all could talk. I ain't catching feelings, bro. What you're saying, bro, can rub other people the wrong way, bro. That's what I'm saying. As far as with me, I don't know, bro. I guess where it ain't. I don't know, bro. It ain't catching feelings, bro. It's just certain things. It like can't just be doing, bro. So anyway, bro, if y'all want to partake, you know what I'm saying, definitely let me know, bro. This would be my first experience, like I say, depending on what it is that we do. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be my determining factor. He says, oh shit. He said, what you charge at the gate, man? Yeah, but like I said, I have all the questions. I have him come on. He says you coaching the offense are fanatic. To be honest, bro, the thing is, we're we're uh we're hiring we're getting other coaches to coach the team, the all-star team that we want to represent our all-star team. Now, if we have to, literally, if we have to, if we see a coach just messing up like that, then yeah, we gonna step in. He gonna get the defense. I'm gonna work on the offense. I'm gonna do the offense for sure. You know what I'm saying? He says, "What age group you getting are doing all ages from? I believe it's from 7 to 13. So it's gonna have that many. And then, like I say, bro, we're gonna do a draft night for the kids. Like I say, bro, I'm looking to make it fun, man. I'm looking to make it fun. But like my guy PA said, there is uh he says getting offended over asking the price of the damn. No, it's not that, bro. It's not me getting offended at asking for the price. It's that you insinuated that I'm trying to hide something. That's what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I don't know the price yet. Like I said, I wasn't gonna talk about it tonight. I saw Kevin Brewster in here, so I decided to talk about it. That's going to be something that the guy is going to talk about. Okay, I'm just letting it be known that me and Fanatic are deciding to do an All Star this year. We want to put together an All Star team this year. That's what I'm looking to do, bro. So certain things, and I already said that, like, I don't know the price. I already said that. He says, let me stir the pot. He says, won't rare. Duval won't rare. Man, you already know what the folks gonna keep saying. You already know what my he said, what age? She said, what age is you doing? It's from 7U to 13U. Hey Kendrick, what's good? What's good? What's the word? Cam's Bowen says I be liking your energy. Well, I definitely want the straight fade from y'all. Hey man, look, that's up to Coach Mike, man. That man sound like he don't want he ain't playing. He keeps saying the same thing. He says, well, make sure you get a GA coach for 7U. I think they already got one. And that's the thing. We're supposed to make an announcement for the coaches. we're supposed to be making an announcement for the coaches. So all that stuff will be coming out. But like I say, man, I'm not trying to distract no coach from what they're doing. And it just like I say, I wanted to help Kevin. He says these fools think they Jerry Jones. Hey, nah, bruh. I don't think I'm no dang Jerry Jones. Uh he says, know what age group are you and Fanatic are going to have your hands on? All of them, bro. You just said it. You just said it. Without knowing you said it. You said these fools think they Jerry Jones. That's the the role we're going to play. You know what I'm saying? That's the role we're gonna play. Now, I'm just saying, bro. Like with the team that like the players that I got in mind, the linemen, the quarterback, the like all bro, I'm telling you, 30 ball. That's what it's gonna be. You feel what I'm saying? But man, that's my hour mark. Like, unless y'all got a question that y'all want to ask, that's my hour mark, Brody. But I definitely didn't plan on getting on here talking about the GIC event until everything is over with. He says, "Well, we blaming y'all if we don't win every age." Hey, you will, coach. You will do that too. I can win 7 out of the 8, and then you will sit there. Well, you didn't win. You didn't win this age group. Listen, man. To have 13U and to be able to get players like High Quez, High Quez, to be able to get Lil Troy, to be able to get quarterbacks like what's that quarterback from Top Dogs, to be, man, I'm telling y'all, bro, the All Star that we will put together, man, is gonna be crazy. That's if the people wanna do it. But like I say, man, everything gonna fly right. At least that you know what I'm saying? Like anything that I put together or anything that I'm trying to do, right? I'm looking to make sure that everything is with the ethics and all that stuff, bro. So if this is something that y'all want to do and come out to support what we doing, we greatly appreciate it. He says, Cam says both of us out of bounds right now. He says, but I'm definitely putting it out there, sir. Duval definitely want a little bump. Nothing too much. Man, I don't think y'all gonna play them. Not at this point. Not at this point, bro. If y'all don't, hell no. But hey, that might be a good thing. Like I said, ain't nobody beating Rare Breed that played them for the first time. He says VA gonna smoke that stuff, Ken. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. He says matchmaker, y'all ain't found rate a game yet. Who? Rare? Oh, found rare game. Uh Man, hey, at this time, bro, ain't nobody gonna too much play, especially a team that's ranked. They're not gonna play. I doubt it. I highly doubt that they're gonna play. He says, put your GM days in a pack. Hey, look, man. I'm just saying, bro. When we smack everybody, just say, bro, they the greatest to ever do it. The greatest to ever do it. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. But the other thing that I do know is uh the game is supposed to be played like in April. So it's gonna be definitely an off season, type of thing. So anybody that'll be available, because I know some people might be playing baseball, whatever, but hopefully we can get it going. I think Mason played in this event as well last year. So he says, man, so tell one of them scary 11 U's to line it up. Huh? Tell a scary, you ain't you 10U? He says could have been got a game before now. He says we ain't turning down no fades. He says imagine if YNC charged 350 per kid uh instead of a team fee. You right. Hey, I'm gonna holler at you afterwards, bruh. You know what? That's a great point. That's a great point for PA. I want you to ask that same question for when we have them on. Hey, hit me in my DM, bro, for sure. He says Mason, Big Zach, and J King played last year. Yeah, I know. But like Jatrice said, it's a gonna be a good experience, and I'm trying to enhance it. Um, you know, any way that I see that I can. So we'll talk. Says Bryce signed up last year. Don't think he showed up to it though. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But hey man, that's my time, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like